I want to admit something to you yesterday, or that I did yesterday.
All right.
I saw the interview.
Good for you. I wish I had. I'm going to watch it today later on YouTube, I think.
And it succeeded in doing one thing. I gave my credit card to Google Play. That was what the interview. That was what the interview did for me.
I think there's a lot of things that this whole experience is loosening up. Look at all these people going to independent theaters. I bet most of them never have even been to an independent theater. Thank God we have independent theaters.
This is the best thing that happened to the Alamo Drafthouse ever. I mean, I feel like Sony has handled this so poorly from the start, and the Alamo Drafthouse has handled this beautifully.
That's true.
You know, once Sony pulled the movie, this was still a week ago, the Drafthouse announced, this is a place, by the way, in a couple cities in America where you can drink beer, eat dinner, and watch movies.
It's a chain of independent theaters, essentially.
Amazing.
And we are going to be speaking to somebody from the Alamo Drafthouse coming up later on in the show. I also got to watch the interview. I streamed it on Christmas Eve on YouTube. Like you, it was the first time I had ever given my credit card over to Google or Google Play, so I think it was a big win for them. But I have to say, Brendan, I really thought it was a terrific use of my $6.
It was?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, I really liked it. Listen, it's silly, it's absurd, it's low bar, it's what your kids might call potty humor, but it kind of works. Seth Rogen and James Falco really do have chemistry.
I mean, they've had chemistry since the late 90s, but I mean, so I enjoyed it, but I think my expectations were too high. It was supposed to be amazing, this sort of act of civil disobedience of watching the movie. But
the act was supposed to be amazing.
Right, exactly.
Nobody ever thought James Franco and Seth Rogen were going to be absolutely.
I think for me, the best way to put it is that it was a movie that I would have enjoyed on a flight at some point. I would have, had it not been for last night, I would have reserved it for a flight.
How do you feel about the exploding head of Kim Jong-un? Was that justified? Was that necessary?
You're giving away the plot.
Well, that's been given away quite freely already.
I'm pretty sure we know that who dies in the end.
Actually, I wasn't sure he was going to die.
There was some released footage. I thought that was an amazing moment. It turns out that it wasn't just mindless gore. It was scripted into the movie as part of a Katy Perry song. I really thought that they handled that moment gorgeously.
I loved that.
Wow.
Working in the Katy Perry. Listen, I really liked it.
Morbid about it.
Streaming on for $5.99 was pretty good. And I'm going to go out and recommend it.
And I think, you know, Sony's network went down again when they tried to stream it. Sony just is not in the business of hardening a network and streaming a lot of videos. Google, of course, is. They went fine.
Sony's clearly not in the business of hardening networks.
Yes.